This video is brought to you by Gladiator Concealment and S4 Tactical Gear. Links are in the description box below. What's up, guys? It's Michael with AKM Tactical. I appreciate y'all watching. Today we have another unboxing video for y'all. Holy crap, really? Just when you thought we were through buying guns, negative, Ghost Rider, we bought one more. So, this, you might say, what is that, Michael? What's in that box? Well, it's a gun from Springfield Armory. And before all you Glock guys like us go, he just bought an XD. No, I didn't buy an XD. I won't be buying an XD. If you're an XD guy, hey, more power to you. I am not. That is an incredibly high bore axis. And there's some other features I just don't like about it. But anyways, on to what's in here. This is a gun that I have really been kicking around buying for a long time. I've wanted one of these for quite a while, and it's been on my list, and I couldn't make myself buy it because in the grand scheme of things, this is just a range toy. This is all this is. This is not a gun that I'm going to grab and with a bump in the night. This is not something that I'm going to grab and put on and carry out the house. This is strictly a range toy, and I have always been a firm believer in not buying range toys. But that was because I didn't have my defensive guns, as I like to say, my defensive guns squared away. Now that I'm kind of in a world where I have all my bases covered in defensive guns, the only thing I don't have is a single stack super concealable gun, but you know, we've covered that before. I can do anything with a 26 I can do with a 43, me personally. So now that my defensive game is squared away as far as my guns are concerned, I was able to buy this, and this was just something I've been wanting for a while. So let's get to it. Let's open it up. What we have in here is, oh, what? Michael Show's bought a 1911? Yeah, I bought a 1911. So, this is the Springfield Armory Range Officer Operator 9mm 1911. Try to say that 3 times fast. This thing is really sweet. I have wanted a 9mm 1911 for a long time, and it's funny because buying this gun, the striker fired guys are like, I can't believe you bought a 1911, and the 1911 guys are going, I can't believe you bought a 9mm 1911. Yeah, I did. I kind of stepped out, you know, stepped on out there, but from everything I have heard and read and listened to people say about 9mm 1911s, they are the absolute most funnest. They are the funnest gun to shoot out there, hands down. And I can attest to that. I've put probably 100 rounds through this gun. I didn't wait. I've shot it, so there you go. But I put 100 rounds through it, and it is the most fun thing I have ever done. This gun is awesome to shoot. As far as 1911s go, there's all different kinds. The 1911 world is vast. I mean, there's all different kinds of 1911s out there, and the kind that I wanted a full size with a light rail, and I wanted it 9mm. There's not that many companies making that. Rock Island makes one that's a 22 TCM 9mm conversion setup. But it's okay, but it's kind of a cheap, you know, cheapy kind of gun. Colt makes a 9mm 1911, but it doesn't have a light rail. It's just a, you know, whatever. Kimber makes one, but there again, you're spending probably $1,200, $1,300 on a Kimber. And other than that, you get into like your Nighthawk and your Wilson Combat and STI, and those guns are like $2,000 and $3,000, and I just was not going to spend that much on something that that's just a range toy. So for me, the Springfield Range Officer Operator was the best choice. It has all the features I want, and it has a couple of things I wish that they had added to it, but all in all, it has everything I want, and I got this gun for about $900 tax and everything. So some of the features of the gun we'll go over. It has the, starting back here at the beaver tail, it has the extended beaver tail with the memory notch. That's really nice. If you're going to have one with something with a grip safety, you want it to have plenty of beef on it, so when you grab it, you know that it's going to depress. On the other side, it has the extended thumb safety. It doesn't have an ambi thumb safety. I didn't want an ambi thumb safety because when you have the gun gripped in your right hand, it's digging. Just like if I have the gun gripped in my left hand, it can kind of dig. So I wanted one that was just for a right-handed shooter. I'm not planning on doing anything crazy with this gun, but I liked it with just the one safety. It has a skeletonized hammer. That's a really nice feature. I'm not a super nerdy 1911 guy as far as knowledgeable, but I liked the look of the skeletonized hammer, and I know it has some function to it. It has a fully adjustable trigger. The trigger pull on this thing, the press on it is just like, I mean, it's nothing. Like, there's very, very little wall, just a little bit of take up, and it's the wall and the brake. And I mean, it literally is like, I mean, it's the lightest trigger I've ever pulled on a gun. This thing is a freaking laser beam, and it is just, there's no felt recoil on it. It's a solid steel gun, so it's a heavier gun, but that again makes the gun very nice to shoot. It takes most of the recoil out and makes it very comfortable to shoot. It came with these wood Springfield Armory grip panels. I'm not much on wood grip panels, so those came off a couple of days after I had the gun, and a set of Magpul MOE grips went on there. And in case you didn't know, yeah, Magpul makes 1911 grips. These are the gray, because I'm all about that gray life, and they're really comfortable. The one thing they do is they have this little part cut out where it makes your thumb easier to get to the magazine release, and I liked that about them. But they're also just comfortable. It's kind of like if you're used to an MOE grip on your rifle, it's the same thing, just thinner. So the back strap is checkered, which is nice. I think this is the mainspring housing or something like that. Like I said, I'm not a 1911 guru, but it's checkered and it has really good checkering on it, so that's nice. The front strap is smooth. I wished it was checkered, and I wish that the trigger guard was undercut. A lot of your higher end 1911s do that. This is not a high end 1911, so that option was not there. I could send it off and have it done, but I probably won't. It has a light rail on the front. That was something I really wanted. To me, this gun just screams for a Surefire X300. It just needs to happen. I think it just would look good, and it's, you know, it's got its functions too, but I wanted one with a light rail, and I wanted one with front cocking serrations, and there's not a lot of them that do that. There is, but there ain't. For as far as a budget, and this is not a budget gun, but as far as 1911s, it's a budget gun. This one had front cocking serrations, and I really liked that. It uses the 9-round flush fit magazine. I don't necessarily care for that, but the magazines seem to work fine. I will probably end up buying, I don't know, probably to it. I'm going to end up buying some Wilson Combat magazines for it, and you know, that'll be that. But the reason I went ahead and bought this gun was Springfield had a gear up promotion or something going till the end of August. They'll send you, when you send them your information, they'll send you 4 extra magazines and a holster and mag pouch, which the holster and mag pouch will be crap, but the magazines I'll use. So right out the gate for $900, I got this gun in 6 magazines. So that was a good deal. The sights on there are great. They're fine. Novak style sights, but the rear one has just a little bit of ledge, so you can run it one-handed. I'm sure I'm going to try it and see. The front sight is a good fiber optic sight. There's nothing wrong with fiber optic sights. I said that in my Canic video. I really like the fiber optic sights. You know, if I buy sights, I'm going to buy night sights, but for a gun to come with fiber optics, I'm not going to change them out. It has a Springfield's match grade barrel, so you get a good match grade barrel in this gun. That's really important. It helps a lot with accuracy and just The gun in itself is not a very loose gun. It's pretty tight as far as the tolerances. A lot of budget line 1911s are really loose. Like you can shake them and they rattle and make a lot of noise. This one's pretty tight. It has pretty tight tolerances for the cost line that it's in. And that's really about it as far as this gun is concerned. As far as upgrades for it, I'm not going to do much to it. I'm going to get some Kydex made for it. I'm going to put a Wilson Combat magwell on it. And I'm going to probably change this barrel bushing out to a Wilson Combat blued one. Not necessarily for function, but just for looks. Because I don't know, because it's just, this is a toy and I want to do what I want to do with it. But one thing I am going to do is shoot the crap out of this thing, man. I'm going to put it through its paces. Like I said, it's not a defensive gun. It's not one that I'm going to grab for bump in the night or whatever you want to call it. But we're gonna run the crap out of this thing and see what it'll take and what it takes to knock it out. I primarily will probably put cheap steel case crap through it, just because I'm a cheap steel case crap kind of guy, and most all of my guns, that's what they get. And we'll see how this thing likes it, how it tolerates it. We'll see how well these magazines run. I know Wilson Combat mags are great, but we'll see how well these Springfield magazines run. And you know, that's it, guys. We're just gonna shoot this thing and enjoy it, and give you guys some feedback on it. I'm not gonna clean it. I am gonna probably have to put some oil on it here and there, because 1911s will not run dry. It doesn't matter what 1911 you use. They don't like to run dry, so I'll probably have to put some oil on it periodically, but I'm not going to clean it for probably at least 1,000 rounds. I'll probably just run it, throw a little oil on it, and keep running it. And I probably won't put any oil on it till it malfunctions. As long as it's not malfunctioning, I'll just keep running it the way that it sits. But anyways, guys, as far as the box is concerned, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. You get 2 magazines. You get, you know, all the paperwork and crap. They do throw in a little thing of Lucas gun oil. So if you've never used Lucas gun oil, Springfield must have a deal with them, and they put a little Lucas gun oil in there, and that's pretty cool. You can try that Lucas out and see if you like it. It comes with a Allen key to adjust your trigger. The trigger is adjustable. I've got it adjusted back to where it's just before it. If you adjust it all the way down, it'll lock up and won't work. I've got it just where it'll fire. So the trigger is as close to hair as I can get it, I guess you'd say. Comes with 2 pieces of fiber optic, piece of green, or a piece of reddish, orangish, whatever you want to call that. So you can change that out if you need it. And on the back side, it's just your standard, you know, books and all that kind of stuff. I will say that the case is like the nicest case I've ever seen for a gun. It is super nice. It's well made. It's thick foam that's pre-cut for the gun. They've got these little things in it, so like if you buy one that has extended magazine, that comes out. Threaded barrel, that comes out. So it is a very nice case. Springfield, I guess, is trying to step their game up to get more business by making their case and stuff a lot nicer. I've never bought a gun that had a case this nice, but you know, the case will end up going in the gun closet like all the other ones. But guys, that's really all I have. We're going to shoot it and run it. We're going to get back to you on how it performs. It does come with a lock and a bore brush. You know, I did forget to mention that, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, guys, I don't really have anything else to say about this gun except I'm really excited to run it and put it through its paces and see what it does, and we'll keep you updated on it. But anyways, guys, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, or if you have a Springfield, put it in the comment section below, or you can also jump over to the Facebook page. We always get into a more in-depth conversation there. I will also put in links to all of our social media outlets and sponsors in the description. I can't talk today. Description box below. But anyways, guys, we appreciate y'all watching, and y'all be safe.